Hi guys, welcome to my channel. Welcome back to my channel if you're not new here. For those of you that are new, my name is Donna. Thank you also very much for clicking on my video and coming to see me today, spending a little moment of your time with me. I know that you don't have to, so it warms my heart that you do. Today, I'm going to talk about some of those pretty products that we have in our collection that we have a hard time using. Now, some of these products I have used once or twice, but I have a hard time using them because they're so pretty and I don't want to mess them up. So let me know if you guys have some of those products in your collection. I would love to hear what products those are for you. Mine are not like Charlotte Tilbury or anything like that. I don't own anything like that because it's far too expensive and I know I wouldn't use it. So I try not to purchase those kind of things. These are all, you know, high-end stuff I just think are pretty and have a hard time using. So the first thing I have here is actually one of the very first palettes that I bought. Not the first palette that I bought, but one of the very first palettes that I bought. And it is the Tarte Make Believe in Yourself palette. I love this palette. I love all the colors in this palette. But besides my daughter's little, you know, nail mark in that nice little pan of makeup there, look at how pristine this palette is. Let me tell you, I have probably used this palette 4 times. 4 times in the last year. And mostly because I just don't want to see a dent in this palette. I freaked out when my daughter put her fingernail in this color because the palette is just so pretty and I don't want it to go away. How silly is that? There are some beautiful colors in this. This yellow is a super pretty gold shade. And this purple is also a super pretty purple shade. And I just can't use it. I just can't. Every single time I do, I think, oh my god, I'm going to destroy this palette. I have a couple palettes like that. And since we're talking about eyeshadow palettes, let's go into the Tarte Graveyard Girl Swamp Queen palette. This is really cool. This is a really cool palette and I don't want to see it leave my collection. I love the alligator here. I love the gold leafing for the colors, and when you open it up, like I took the brush out. I do use the brush quite often. It is a pretty handy brush. And for a palette, that's not normal. My daughter wants this palette so bad, and I refuse to give it to her. And she used it in one, I think right after I started this palette, right after I started this channel, we did My Daughter Does My Makeup. She used this palette, and I was kind of having an anxiety attack the entire time because I, myself, have only used it one time. And it was for this color here and this color here. And it's just so pretty, you guys. It is just so pretty. The colors in there are beautiful. This is a beautiful color on the eyes and on the cheeks. Like, how silly. How crazy is it that I won't use this palette? You buy these things and you think, oh yeah, I'll totally use that. I totally will. And I totally bought this thinking I will use that. And then I got it and I fell in love with the fact that it was kind of like this wood look and it's just a different kind of palette. And the funniest thing about this is that this palette, the other palette that I just spoke on, and the one that I'm going to talk about next, don't have any real distinguishing factors that make them like beautiful in my collection, right? Like the Saint and Sinner palette is gorgeous and I use it all the time. I use it all the time, and I don't know why. That one I use, and this one I do not. Except for that this is just unique to my collection. It is a beautiful palette. It is, I mean, aesthetically, it's a beautiful palette. Inside, aesthetically, it's a beautiful palette. The colors just go together so well, and I just can't use it. She wants me to give it to her, and I won't, because I love it so much. The next one I am going to talk about is also a palette that I bought a very long time ago. and it was one of the first palettes that I bought, and it is the Urban Decay Full Spectrum palette. So I have used this once. I will tell you that the pigmentation on this is nothing like a normal Urban Decay shadow. It's not amazing, let's go there, but this packaging is beautiful. This is ribbed, it's raised, and they're jewels. They're raised jewels. And then you open it up, and it has this huge mirror. And look at how pretty that palette is. Look at how pretty that palette is. Like, I can totally see myself wearing any of these colors. And I like that they do, you know, the gradients of each color going down. I just think it is such a beautiful palette. And I cannot bring myself to put my brush into it. I've used it once and you can't even tell. You can't even tell. I use this color. I've used this color. I've used this color. I have even used this color here. I think that it is a beautiful palette, and the reason why you can't tell is I'm not very hard on my palettes in the first place, but I went in with such a light hand on this, and that might be why the pigmentation was not operator error, right? It might be why the pigmentation was not amazing. But I went in with such a light hand on this because I just don't want to destroy this palette. I want it to be in my collection forever. The next thing I have is something that I do use quite often, actually, but I have a hard time using it when I do because it is so pretty, and I think, wow, when this is gone, I'm going to need to repurchase it so that I can put it into my collection again. And that is the Aurora Glow palette by Ebates. So when you open this up, it doesn't have a mirror, which is, you know, poo-pah, but look at how beautiful those colors are. They are just so pretty, and it has been used. So you see what happens when you use your pretty palettes? They're not as pretty as they were when you first opened it up, and that is a problem I have. Okay, so many of you probably know the story that I tell about my man who thinks that I have a problem because I just purchase things because they're pretty, and I really do just purchase things because they're pretty, and then I don't use them. And this is a prime example. This is the NARS Andy Warhol palette, and I purchased this, and I actually got it, where did I get it from? I can't even remember. So pretty. Then you open it up. How beautiful is that? I have never used this palette. I will never use this palette. It is an eyeshadow palette, and it has, you know, however many colors in there. But if you were to put your brush in any one spot in this palette, it would destroy this palette. It would destroy it. You would no longer be able to see the different flowers. You would no longer be able to see the different shades. There's black in there. There's like this purpley silver color. There's blue and there's white. You would no longer be able to see all that. And if I used this, it would destroy it. So I bought this because it's pretty. And this is one of those ones that I have never used. Will probably never use it. It is the NARS Andy Warhol Flowers 2 palette. So sad. It is so pretty though. The one thing I can say is like NARS has some pretty stout packaging, and it feels just so good. And you know, I would look into buying more NARS products, but they are kind of spendy, and this guy was pretty spendy, but I just can't use it. I just can't. Number one, it's a collector's item. Number two, it's just so pretty. Just so pretty. I do buy some things because they are just beautiful, and then don't use them. So the last thing I have for you guys is actually cute. It's just too cute. It's just too cute to wear, to use. And it is the Tony Moly So Cool Eye Stick. It's the Panda Stream Eye. Look at, you guys, look at how cute that is. It is just so cute. And it's supposed to be this under eye gel that it has this little top on it. It's this under eye cooling gel that you put on your under eyes, and it does feel cooling. Like when I swipe it on my skin, it does feel very cooling. It's not gel like, it's just feels like a moisturizer. And I just cannot bring myself to use this cute little panda guy. I got him on a sale over Christmas, and I haven't used him since I opened him up and swiped it on my eyes the first time, and the biggest reason is because he's just too cute. Just too cute. So that is the end of my too pretty to use, too cute to use video. I hope that you guys enjoyed this video, just a cute little video for you. Let me know the products that you have in your collection that you don't want to use because they're just too pretty and you want to keep them in your collection. You don't want to have to repurchase them to keep them in your collection. I would be so interested to hear the items that y'all have. Like I said, I don't buy like Charlotte Tilbury or Guerlain or anything like that because I know I won't use them, and they're so expensive to purchase. It's bad enough that I have these things in my collection, most of which I got on sale, but it's bad enough that I have them in my collection and won't use them. I spent a lot of money on these things, right? So let me know the things that you have. I really am interested in hearing. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe as you're heading on out, and until next time, bye guys.